guys, I'm Chris Spasowski, and you guys are watching Hunt, Gather, Harvest. See that right there? That's a deer heart. Now I'm going to show you guys how to cook it real quick, but before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to take you guys to the woods and show you exactly how I harvested this deer heart.
Smoked one.
So that rifle I was hunting with is a 450 Bushmaster, and I was shooting 250 grain Hornadies, and yeah, it sure did do a good job of dropping that deer. So now I got this venison heart, and I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna show you guys how to trim it up. So all this white that's on the outside, I'm gonna go ahead and just start trimming that away, and any like ventricles, I'm gonna just cut all that top part off. So all that I'm gonna discard. Now what I'm gonna do is just cut it in half. And that way I could clean out all the inside of it. And then trim out the outside just a little bit better. So yeah, you guys might be thinking it's a little bit early for deer season in Michigan. So that was early doe season, and they open it for 2 days, and it's only does, only firearms, and only on private property. So I'm fortunate enough to have a buddy, my good buddy Bill, that lets me go out there and harvest the doe. So I'm thankful for that, and that's exactly what I was able to do this year. So what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna kind of cut this into cubes anyway. So I'm just kind of cutting it up and trimming out any blood, any of that white that I see, any like ventricles, just kind of trimming all that out and making sure it's clean. I do want to mention too, so before I go ahead and cook this, so I harvest the deer, take the heart, and I rinse it out, and I put it like in a little saltwater brine, and I usually let it sit like that overnight, and it helps kind of take out any of that gaminess or any of that blood that's in there. So that's what I did with this deer as well. Just trimming up the remainder of this white. And then what I went ahead and did before was I sliced up 2 onions, a couple cloves of garlic, and now I'm going to do one final rinse on this, rinse out the inside nice and good, and then I'm going to go ahead and saute the onions, the garlic. I'm going to cut this up, and we're just going to saute it all in the pan. Throw some olive oil in there. Add the onions. So I'm just letting these onions kind of cook down a little bit, saute a little bit. Once they start getting a little soft, a little translucent, I'll go ahead and throw the garlic in there. And then last step, I'm going to throw the heart in there. I'm putting the heart in last because I don't want it to overcook. It's kind of similar to like a steak, I guess, like a sirloin or any kind of lean steak. You don't want to overcook it because otherwise it'll get kind of tough and dry. Alright guys, my onions are just about where I want them. I'll go ahead and make some room in the pan. Got my garlic here. Drop that in. Let it hit the bottom of the pan. Start sauteing that with the onions. Put a little piece in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and get my deer heart right now. Got it diced up. We're just going to go ahead and toss that in there right now. Just mix that in. I'm going to go ahead and take some salt, a little more salt. A little more pepper. And then cumin and deer meat go together very, very well. So I'm going to take some cumin, just a little bit. Toss it on there, and then I'm actually going to add one more ingredient. I'm going to throw some paprika in there. Let it cook down a little bit. This will be ready to eat. Finish it off with a little parsley. It's a good little meal right there. All right, guys, so the heart is almost always the first thing that I eat after I harvest the deer. I always just, like I said, throw it in the fridge in a little saltwater brine, and then usually the next day after I get done processing all the meat and everything, I just do this quick and easy little recipe, and it's delicious. It's incredibly healthy for you, and if you guys don't eat the hearts of your deer, I highly encourage you to try this recipe and give it a shot, because I know it's delicious, and like I said, it's really, really healthy for you. Do a little taste test right here. Me personally, I think it tastes pretty much just like a steak. Last year hunting season, I had some buddies try it that don't hunt, never had wild game before, never had venison, and they all enjoyed it. They did say like, oh, some pieces were a little bit chewy. It wasn't quite as good as steak, which I mean I don't expect it to be. It's a heart, but it's absolutely delicious, incredibly healthy for you. Try this recipe on your guys' next deer. And let me know what you guys think. So, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you guys. God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.